Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a tarot reading for you. This is a momentous time. As many of you are aware, a full moon in Aquarius, Lion's Gate, opening up to a confabulation of intense planetary benefics, beneficial planets and aspects. But my attention is settling on Mercury. Mercury is still going direct, but is still going retrograde, but will be going direct in a couple of days. Although it is moving forward, it will be going over its shadow period, shadow degrees. So this is actually extending our opportunity to adjust, review, reshift and realign with the best way for us to move forward from a place of personal authenticity, freely expressing ourselves wholly, at the same time that we understand that this is what contributes to our best contribution to our communities. Your overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Vessels, which is the Knight of Cups in traditional decks. Go figure. This is about your passion, your sense of exploring, discovering aspects of your own vulnerability, passion as the seat and throne of your creativity and imagination. Your experiences now are opening up, exploring the feelings that perhaps you have suppressed, ignored, or denied to date. And this is having a big impact in terms of your aspirations for your growth. So you may be in a place of desiring travel or education or being in a position to write or publish or speak publicly about something you care about. Underneath the deck is the Priestess of Columns, which is the Queen of Wands. This is a place of fabulous passion, but it is passion that you feel limits your ability to be out there in the world. Instead, you magnetize the resources needed through the intensity of your determination. It's determinations that you telegraph to others, and they are magnetized towards you. They are captivated, intrigued by your presentation of exactly what you want and how you want to achieve it. So you feel as though you have to draw the resources that you want, capture the attention of those you want to notice you in order to discover a deeper level of your powerful emotions and experiences. This almost feels like you're rounding out the way that you experience the world in general. You're becoming more multifaceted in your appreciation of what has been challenging and what has been successful. For your crystal oracle, I pulled red tourmaline, which again emphasizes passion. I am the embodiment of passion. So here we are really looking at a quality I believe that you have held in check for a long time. Your passion in communicating information, sharing data, processing information, emphasizing the importance of information and the technologies that we have available to receive it, communications. These are the things that have been your heart, and your understanding that your passion is not just for the way that you get the message out, but it is the message itself that you're becoming increasingly invested in, a message that you believe could lead to a greater inclusion of people in what works for all. I want to invite you to a meditation on energies that perhaps are reflective of your own interests, desires, and subconscious motivations, triggers, so that you can bring them into the light of consciousness. I'm not a fortune teller. If this reading does not resonate for you, please feel free to find yourself in your other placements. So, having said that, in the present, we have the Nine of Swords. And this is really describing your release of a lifestyle, it feels like, of suffering, a lifestyle of bad things happening, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, uh, aligning yourself with those that have dubious goals. This is just for some of you, but I do feel like whatever missteps you've made in the past, you have suffered the consequences of those over and over again. It's almost as though others won't let you forget something that you did that was not in your highest good, that did not represent you in the best light. And so you have considered that, you have suffered, you've poured over it, trying to understand better how this opportunity got away from you. It's something that keeps you awake at night and still has an impact on your level of shame, even guilt in the past. The Ten of Swords is about this experience of suffering is the result of having let go of many, many expectations, uh, of recognizing that others held you to an account, an idea, an image, or perhaps you sought to conform to an image that was not authentic to who you were. You pursued things that you thought you were supposed to pursue. You made alignments or gathered material goods in a way that was counterproductive to your success, to who you really are. And it looks as though it took you a long time to even understand that you were on a misguided path, pursuing the wrong things, taking pride in your association with people who were doing things that weren't necessarily honorable or worthy of you. In the future, the Fool card. Wow. This is quite a turnaround here. So it does feel like you've been devoting so much energy to your healing, so much awareness of your missteps, your unfavorable decisions for which you have suffered greatly. You may have experienced a lot of losses that still were difficult for you to face the reality of the situation you had created. However, in the future, I see you releasing all of that. Not only healing, spending a lot of time resting, but sort of diverting entirely from the path you've been on. It may start out as a break, a respite, a vacation, but it quickly turns into an opportunity for you to explore a path that is brand new to you and that you don't attach any expectations to. So you're merely on the path for the joy of being on it. You may be traveling and simply enjoying traveling for its own value, for your exposure to other cultures, other practices throughout the world. You may take a job in a business or industry that is completely out of left field, perhaps to help out a friend, as an example, and find yourself enjoying what you're learning, not only about yourself, but the impact that you have on others. I'm going to caution, or I'm going to ask that if this reading resonates for you, that you like this video, that you subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, that you share this video with others if you think they would be helped by it. I enjoy your comments, and moreover, I appreciate the time that you're spending with me now. So thank you for all the support that you give me, your appreciations, your comments. It's deeply felt. So I'm going to clarify the Nine of Wands in the present, and this has been the cards have been kind of lively today, and I think I will pull three: the Sun, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Swords again. Okay, so we definitely have a big relief. I feel like there is a whole refresh as a result of you recognizing what you're letting go of, what you're leaving behind. It feels like a lifestyle. It feels like the release of the way you've allowed others to define you, believing that that was what was best for you. But judging by the results, you see that clearly you were on a path that was not yours. It was not maliciously intended. You were set on this path by your conditioning, by the way that your parents believed you'd be best protected, as an example. So it wasn't that somebody meant to set you off on a wrong path. However, the results you've gained have indicated to you that this is not the way to go. You have been on a road of recovery. You have been consciously healing, consciously looking for not only peace, calm, release, but also of acceptance. It's important that you accept the journey that you have been on, no matter how failed, no matter how disappointing or harmful, that you accept again that it was not intended for you to be damaged or to hurt others. It was simply someone's wish that you be protected in the best way possible. And this has absolutely led to not only your release, but it's almost like layers or a shell has cracked from around you. And the you that is lighthearted, that is fun to be with, that always brings the joy. The Geminis I'm speaking for, no matter what they've done to or for people around them, the children always love the Gemini energy. Gemini always responds to the right of children to have fun, to be kids. This is such a joyous energy that helps you connect with the inner child within you that perhaps was neglected, or that was indulged, that gives you a sense of being a part of the bounty of the world, that you know how to partake in the abundance that is offered naturally in the world. But this is coming from a place of absolute authentic joy, not in pride or showing off. In the past, the Ten of Wings is clarified by, that's the Ten of Swords again, and one more. So the King of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is lovely. This is lovely. So I'm seeing that everything that you want, everything that you wanted in the past, you already had. And all, despite your sense of thriving, moving towards confidence, profitability, something long term, you allowed yourself to be prideful. You allowed yourself to think that you were best on the best path, better than anyone else, and that you were in control. You were the leader of something. And that overtook the fact that you had already all the abundance you could ever hope for. It wasn't all wealth. It was more of the ability to share resources with others. This is a loving family, a loving community, a job where you're valued, a circle of friends that appreciate you. These are the things that you always had in the past in spades. And your desire to override that by pursuing something that was long lasting came from a place of ego, a place of pride, a place of wanting to have the most. And in many ways, it is that pride that has upended your best efforts. You are loved, you are supported, you were certainly in the past. And I see you going back, attempting to bring back that sense of the love and support that has always been there for you. I do have a feeling that there have been some burned bridges. Let's see what the Fool in the future can show us through clarification. The Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So I absolutely see that you are moving in a fresh, brand new direction with not only the Fool, but the Magician. You not only have released your pride and taken and found the real value in who you are and what you can do, not from a place of pride, but from a place of authenticity, living from your heart. The Page of Cups, absolutely. You are valuing that inner child within you. You're valuing your ability to be in joy, to have fun, to share the love with others, to allow your imagination to roam free, to take care of yourself. There's a big emphasis here on taking care of yourself, and there appears to have been a neglect in that regard in the past. More than anything, I do believe you're learning as you reacquaint and reconnect yourself with those who love you, who care for you, who have been there for you, despite some calamities. You are learning to stand up for yourself. You're learning to not back down, to not avoid the tough topics. Gemini, you are a master at communication. And one thing I perhaps am picking up, that in the past you stayed as superficial as possible because of that way you didn't have to honestly address your own behaviors or actions. And now I feel that you are trying mightily to address that with others. You're honestly coming from a place of, I need to do this for me. I need to come clean for myself. And in that way, I'm clearing the decks for all of this good energy to explode on the scene. This almost feels like you're brand new, or you're allowing yourself to be newly authentic. And in that way, focus on the work ahead of you, and success is absolutely assured for you, which is probably coming in a very emotional wave as a result of how much you had to release, how much you have been releasing, how much you are coming to the truth of your former actions and their impacts on others. I'm going to pick an oracle card from the Seed and Sickle to wrap up, and I've pulled the Lily of the Valley. So I'm going to read from the Dusk book, number 2. So this energy is the High Priestess energy. And the High Priestess is really about your ability to reflect upon all the aspects and experiences of your life, gaining the wisdom, accounting for all that you've learned along the way. The Lily of Valley reads, a medicine known as agua aurea, gold water, was historically distilled from lily of the valley and was so valuable in combating stroke and nervous disorders that it was kept in vessels of gold and silver. But despite its delicate appearance and heart-shaped seeds, the majority of the plant is highly poisonous. Don't let appearances deceive you. Something that looks appealing may turn out to be dangerous, and something with a toxic reputation may prove to be of value to you. Look beneath the surface and do your research before making a full decision. Thank you, Gemini. If you've enjoyed this content, there's more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes to Pacific Tarot. And until next time, namaste.